guys, and thank you so much for joining me back here. I'm in my new house. That hasn't been completely unpacked yet. It's a lot. I finally moved. Let's say that. And I've been a little MIA lately because I've started my student teaching. I kept saying I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to student teach this semester. Thankfully, I am student teaching. I'm in a great school with a great teacher, great students. Speaking of which, some of my students have found this channel. And while I appreciate you guys, you're sweet, this is a private thing and it's not professional to have you watch it. So I appreciate it, but keep it on the DL and don't go spreading it around, please. Okay. Anyways, I haven't been doing a whole lot with this channel lately. I miss it. I want to talk about what I read in February. This is my February wrap up. I only read 3 books in February. I'm still ahead as far as my goal is concerned for the year. My goal is 60. So I am still ahead because I read so much in January. I think I read 8 books in January. I think it was something like that. I've only read 3 in February. Am I getting these mixed up as I'm talking? I don't know. So yeah, I read 3 in February. I read a duology by Sarah Holland. I want to say is the author's name. I read Everless and Evermore. It was fun. It was a fun fluff read. This is a YA fantasy. I would consider it fantasy. It's not dystopian. It's a YA fantasy series, novel, duology. That was good. In this story, there's this world. The whole world is not like this, but there's like this land in which time can kind of be drained from a person through their blood. So I think it's called Blood Iron in the books. It's been a while since I listened to these. I did listen to both of them on audiobook. All 3 of my books in February were audiobooks, actually. I just haven't had time to physically read. So I've been listening to them on the way back and forth to my internship. For some reason, student teaching is referred to as an internship. So yeah, I listened to both of these YA fantasies, Blood Irons. So potentially, if you're poor, you can go to a bloodletter. I don't think that's what they're called in the books. I don't remember what they're called. You can go to someone and have your blood drawn as payment because they kind of make your blood into currency. At the same time, you can consume this currency and gain more time. So a poor person could go, they could give their blood, and in turn, a rich person could consume that and live longer. So you're basically paying in the time of your life and time that is left in your life. I could go and have a month drawn from my blood as payment, and that's a month less that I will live, right? So that's a big premise in the book. In this book, there's also 2 characters called the Sorceress and the Alchemist, I think. Again, I really enjoyed these when I was reading them, but I've been so distracted. I don't guess I retained a whole lot of it. So yeah, it's kind of like a legend in this world. The Sorceress and the Alchemist were kind of opposing each other, 2 different sides, and everyone sees the Sorceress as the kind of goddess figure that people pray to and idolize, and then the Alchemist is kind of seen as the antagonist. And then Everless is the name of a palace, castle type thing that our main character Jules used to live in, and something happened when she was younger and she and her dad got kicked out. And now it's a story about how she eventually makes her way back to Everless and what happens there. So that's the basic premise of these 2 books. I enjoyed them. I would recommend them, especially as audiobooks. I thought they were quick reads. But that's just me with YA here lately. I just find that audiobooks help me enjoy them a lot more. I've kind of been reserving physical reads towards adult fantasies lately. 1, because I don't retain as much from adult fantasies as if I listen to them, and 2, I don't enjoy YA as much anymore if I physically read them. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. So I read those 2 books, and then I also listened to 5 Dark Fates. finally, which is by Kendare Blake, which is the last book in the Three Dark Crowns series. And I have to say that I think this one was my favorite. Previous to this, with the first three, this is a 4-book series, I'm pretty sure. I didn't read the second one. I just kind of skipped it on accident. Scribd had the first one and the third one for some reason. And so when I finished the first one, the third one popped up and was like, hey, this is the next book. Do you want to listen to it? I was like, yeah, I want to listen to it. And I didn't pay attention to where it said it was the third book and not the second one. So I started listening to it and it was talking about a bunch of stuff. And I was like, this didn't happen in the first one. So I kind of thought it was just one of those deals where they would reference stuff and allude to things that had happened, and kind of just fill in the pieces as it went. Nope. There was a whole nother book that I just didn't read. So I read the summary for that one. And I finally read the last one this past month. And like I say, it was one of my favorites. I enjoyed it a lot more than the first three. Originally, I thought the series was a little boring. Definitely overhyped, I think. I don't know, this was huge on BookTube a couple years ago, which is why I bought the first one in the first place. I think it was back when I was in high school, which is why I bought the first one in the first place. Yeah, it was, I don't know. I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I'd read it when I first bought it, but I didn't. So yeah, it was just okay. It was okay. I've talked about the series before. I'm not going to go into too much detail now, because it'll give spoilers. So that's what I read in February. Not terrible. My goal every month is 2 books. So I mean, I did hit my goal just in general. Definitely not as much as I wanted to. This month, I have already finished a book. I'm not going to go into it right now. I read a very hot topic on BookTube a couple months ago. I read a book that was a very hot topic on BookTube a couple months ago. My feelings are not in agreement with everyone else's. So I'm excited for March's wrap up. So yeah, I've already finished a book this month. It is March 10th as I am recording this. And I'm currently about halfway through my next one. So I'll definitely have read 2 books in March. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about February, so yeah. It's been a while since I did this. All right, yeah, I read 3 books in February. It was fine. Nothing great. I didn't find any favorites or anything like that, but it was fine. I read, which is always a good thing. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below. Leave a comment. You guys are awesome. I'm so thankful for you each and every day. Even if I'm not totally engaged, I still try to keep up with comments and I try to interact and let you guys know that I'm thankful for you. I don't know where we'll meet next time. I have videos still pre-recorded from my last house that I just haven't had time to edit yet. You might see those. We might meet there next time back at my old house. Anyways, see ya.